Hey, this bitch on.
Rolex, cut it up. Rolex, buttercup.
It's time for the hottest radio show and podcast.
I just looked at my wrist, I got time today.
With DJ Brain. It's time for Shef Radio. Yes, sir. Welcome in the starter here in it for our podcast. It is Shef Radio. I ain't gonna lie, man. I missed y'all, man. This week, that week off, man, it took a lot out of me. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I ain't done this in forever. Hey, but let's see what we got on the menu for today. Hey, I got the Chef Special coming up in less than 2 minutes. I got my sister, the entrepreneur, the actress, award-winning, entertainment lawyer, Jaylene Mack in the building today, Shef Radio, and I know y'all been asking for it. And it's finally back. The dessert mix, all R&B, 15 to 20 minutes, straight that. Hey, but let's get into some new music today. It's G to the L to the O, Big Glow, Cardi B, Tomorrow 2. Don't go nowhere, man. Keep it live. You already know what it is. Shef Radio.
You would think I went to school for chiropractic. Looking good as hell today, just sent my nigga 5 attachments. Why'd you come from me about a nigga, man? You bitches back. They come at me about niggas who I don't even find attractive. I don't know that nigga, I just seen them on the town before. I can't be up in her face, I took her nigga down before. When I lose a nigga, I just pop out and go find some more. Soon as I feel like my time get wasted, then it's time to go. They say they don't fuck with me, but I say they can't fuck with me. Just like the air, I'm everywhere. How you say it so with me? Them bitches should've stayed down. They could've been up to me, but all they doing is talking down, cause they can't get up with me. My ex fucking on my old friend, both they ass some fucking clowns. Thinking that she got one up on me, she got my hand down. He thought he wasn't gon' have to stand on shit like he was handicapped. Made that nigga stand on it, now his ass can't stand me now. High as fuck, I'm lit, yup. I don't smoke no sweet shots. Slime with my gang and them, looking at them like sisters. These bitches be lame, they go outside about these niggas. I don't wanna hang with them, they don't have no business. They be going for anything, but I can't go for none of that. Why would I go chase you if I know you gon' come running back? Cut everybody off, they been feeling like the lumberjack. They really me fucked up, and now I'm going for none of that. She the type the nigga make her mad, she going tweets on. Me, I'm kinda ratchet still, so I'm the type to be on. I can't love you, baby, like your bitch do, so don't leave her. He gon' choose her every time, cause it's cheaper to keep her. Can't say your name up in my songs, might not fuck with you tomorrow. Can't get my feelings hurt today, I won't give a fuck tomorrow. Ain't fucked up by no credit score, I might be rich as fuck tomorrow. Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow.
Riding with my twin and them, and we all look good as fuck. She said she my eye, but I don't know her, had to look her up. I know that I'm rich, but I can help it, bitch, I'm hood as fuck. I've been on these bitches' neck so long, sometimes I fucking stuck. I can put you in my business, you might wish me dead tomorrow. Bitches be on dick today, sing every word of up tomorrow. Bitch, I still got cases open, keep your mouth shut tomorrow. Play with me today, then get some sleep, you know it's up tomorrow. Fake bitch, that's why my friend fucked on your nigga. Both you bitches pussy, I think y'all should scissor. She bought a chain, I bought the same one, even bigger. She throwing shots, that's how I know I got a trigger. I don't speak dog ho, I don't care what no bitch say. I say on her mind, I got condos in that bitch head. Bitch head, bitch head, bitch head, bitch head.
Yes, sir. The Chef Special starts now.
For the chef special.
In the kitchen, wrist twisted like a stir fry.
With DJ
in the mix.
Gypsy crib in the middle of the night. I don't let you miss me as I put it down.
Hot dust case. Make that ass clap.
It's Shef Radio. Yeah, sir, it's the Chef Special. Let's turn the fuck up. Let's go.
Pointers in the paddock, get my piece. I'm push a P.
Cop new hammers for my P. We don't want no peace. Got a spot across the spot, just for peace. Drop the data, now we plotting, exotic peas. Corners in the paddock, get my piece. I'm pushing P. Cop new hammers for my P. We don't want no.
Let's go, let's go.
Got a spot across the spot, just for peace.
Yeah.
Drop the data, now we plotting, exotic peas. She not a lesbian for peace, she turned lesbian. Push P. I'm pushing P. On capital P, I write the president, count president. Push P. Portuguese on her knees, mopping down a P. She let me squeeze and she leave, cause she keep the P. Private suite, privacy, bitch, I'm
pushing P.
Purple paint, pussy pink, bitch, I'm pushing P. Pushing P, I'm pushing P.
Fuck a pigeonhole, I'm a night owl, it's a different mode. I'ma have to make a paint of 6 on a pinky toe. Heard you with a shooting guard, just let a nigga know. I would have you courtside, not the middle row. All good love in a minute though. I can't stress about no bitch cause I'm a timid soul. Plus I'm cooking up ambition on the kitchen stove. Pot start to bubble, see the suds, that shit good to go. Whole sound suave.
Yeah, yeah.
Get me cold, bro, think he John Wayne. I bought them yellow.
Let's go.
Love the way they hang.
What?
For the cylinder.
Yeah.
Every
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You could crack the code, bust down everything. Set in rose gold, dread talking to you niggas like I'm J. Cole. I could tell her head good before I even know. Bitch, don't tell me that you model if you ain't been in vogue. Gotta throw a party for my day ones. They ain't in the studio, but they'll be in some. Rest in peace to Drama King. We was straight stunned. Y'all don't like the way I talk, way I talk, way I talk.
Get the fuck up out my business, I came for the riches. I had to think about it, I'm hood, baby, they ain't fucking with me. I'm riding black truck with the 10, yeah, when lil' mama with me. Cut that Draco sound like thunder, know it coming with me. Yeah, teed up, heard that boy got wet, I had to shush it, know my feet up. I'm from South Atlanta, George Bush, it blow this shit up. Keep fucking cause her father gone, this AP with them color stone. Had to reset with a honeycomb, chop the dreads and tell her home. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bitch, I'm
turned up.
2017, college show, that boy got
burnt up.
Maybach story, scoop this hoe, she sucked me with the curtains up. Concrete business in the city, know I got my 250, it would tell you. 250, I was on them minutes. 17 on the bag and linen. Yeah, the young nigga popping out with it. Yeah, the young nigga getting attention. Make a grown hoe come out with it. Trust never been one song, bitch. Don't be
now this the hot shit. Jimmy Snooker off the top rope, super fly shit. Might get in the tub with all my ice on some pop shit. Either way, you slice it, bottom line, I'm the top bitch. You should know I rock it, twist and made it even out yet. All this jewelry at the grocery store, I'm obnoxious. Bought a home and closing on another, I know I'm blessed. Everybody wanna be gang, ain't no spots left. Bad bitch contest, it wouldn't be a contest. I'm connected, I don't know what's longer, man, my block list on my checklist. I don't know what's colder, man, my heart on my necklace. Pretty when I wake up, I'm a bad bitch at breakfast. Still might slide on the op. Hating didn't work, so they lied. These bitches looking hurt and they blind. I know they wanna miss them if they die. Tell them move.
Stop tryna argue with me, you ain't done, just say that. Tryna book cause I ain't paid. If you're broke,
just say that.
Say stop sneak this in their songs. You got Anna,
just say that.
You don't really wanna smoke, you a cokehead. Just say that. Just say you ain't done, just say that. If you're broke, just say that. You got Anna, just say that. Don't want smoke, just say that. You ain't done, just say that. If you're broke, just say that. You got Anna, just say that. Don't want smoke, just say that.
Let's go.
Just say that. Just tell her ass we go way back. You niggas say you pushing P, I push the button to play back. Let's go. I'm steady with you, baby. So don't ask me what's the move, cause I might fuck a nigga life up if you really want me to. When I asked you for some talking, thought I was trying to be cool, but that's the reason that I take you back. I normally be rude. For real, send a couple hundreds, I may send a couple new. But if we kick it in your fat thing right, then you might get the boot on the gun.
You need to go fuck with Terry.
Oh, he don't be never talking about shit. Just want to take
some money and he give out good.
Shit, he should've just said that. Give my motherfucking number where he is. Shit.
Stop tryna argue with me, you ain't done, just say that. Tryna book cause I ain't paid. If you're broke, just say that. Stop sneak this in their songs. You got Anna, just say that. You don't really wanna smoke, you a cokehead.
Hey, I'm right back on they ass, yo. They done made me mad, I've been keeping calm, constantly
keep making
cash, yo. I've been getting
bag after
bag, yo. Presidential shit, I rap my Maybach mad black, yo. Call me Mr. Glock. Shooters in the front and back, yeah. I'm on my Memphis shit. These bitches coming in the back, yo. These niggas pussy
Let's vibe.
On they ass, yo, they done made me mad. I've been keeping calm, constantly keep making
cash.
Yo, I've been getting
bag after bag, yo.
Presidential shit, I rap my Maybach mad black, yo. Call me Mr. Glock, shooters in the front and back. Yeah, I'm on my maybe shit, these bitches coming in the pack. Yo, these niggas pussy cat, straight cow, cat and hat. Yeah, baby, I'm a player and my daddy was a Mac. Yo, smoking Mac with my uncle, call it Thrax. Yeah, I was 13, sneaking, geeking, drinking at the bus. A couple niggas play with us, we turned that ass to dust. Don't let them gas you up. Hardcore, no mask or gloves, nigga. Hit your ass up with some slugs. I run with hustlers and thugs. I got this shit out the mud, nigga. Hey, who want this smoke? I got buzz. Dropped in the church and the club. What the fuck you niggas thought this was? Right back on they ass, yo. They done made me mad. I've been keeping calm, constantly keep making cash, yo. I've been getting bag after bag after bag, yo. Presidential shit, I rap my Maybach mad black, yo. Call me Mr. Glock, shooters in the front and back, yeah. I'm on my baby shit, these bitches coming in the pack, yo. These niggas pussy cat, straight cow, cat and hat, yeah. Baby, I'm a player and my daddy was a daddy.
Big bank in my pocket. I can tell these niggas watch.
Yes, sir.
Throwing cash out on a bitch, you wild.
Let's vibe.
How we rockin'? It's not an option. Big bank in my pocket.
What you say?
I can tell these niggas watching. Throwing cash out on a bitch, you wildin'. That ain't how we rockin'. It's not an option. That ain't how we rockin'. Niggas stop it. Anywhere that I can make a profit. I just fucked the pop bitch with no rubber on. Block a number, tell the bitch leave me the fuck alone. ATL on weekends, we gotta run these bands up. We stand on top of couches, these niggas cannot stand us. Take his hoe for ransom, yeah nigga get them bands up. You take her out on dates, I'm in and out the state. Doubt you niggas can relate. Big bank in my pocket. I can tell these niggas watching. Throwing cash out on a bitch, you wildin'. That ain't how we rockin'. It's not an option. Big bank in my pocket. I can tell these niggas watching. Throwing cash out on a bitch, you wildin'. That ain't how we rockin'. It's not an option.
Fast weeks, foreign cars, we the bad bitch. She
Fuck me like a
porn star, we be blowing caskets.
yeah.
No tomorrow when we get so high, we just might go to Mars. And I'm talking fast whips,
Fast whips.
foreign cars, with a bad bitch. She fuck me like a porn star.
R.I.P.
Cash quick,
B&B.
no tomorrow when we get so high, we just might go to Mars. Yo, bad swips,
What he say?
bad bitch. Run the city smoking on that
Gas, bitch.
on our way to Rodeo, she in the fashion. She the type to go fuck up a bag. Flex on him, fuck up a check on him. Ice on my neck, on him. Ice on my neck, on him. Ice on my wrist, bitch. I got him sick, bitch. Young nigga lit, bitch. Young nigga rich, bitch. New whip alert, new bitch alert, new drip alert. I got these feelings hurt. All of my pockets, yeah, they got the blues. All of my bitches, they call me too. Don't go too close, you ain't taking my juice. Tell me, I swear, you making the news, yeah. Foreign cars, we the bad bitch. She fuck me like a porn star. We be blowing caskets, like it's no tomorrow. We get so high, we just might go to Mars. I'm talking fast whips, foreign cars, we the bad bitch. She fuck me like a porn star. We be blowing caskets, like it's no tomorrow. We get so high, we just might go to Mars.
Yeah, you wanna tell somebody, better tell them how you let me fuck. I don't wanna hear about none of your business, ain't no glocking.
Nah.
My mind so fucked up, I see murder chillin' in the
Yeah.
talk on the net, I make my thoughts going flat.
Let's go.
Real stepper, he got 6 souls, he a creep.
What?
Project every day, he don't get no fuck, he tryna leave. Niggas know what happened about 4-9 when he bleed. Fuck up in the hole, my bro putting niggas on the teeth. Killing all the rats, I'm robbing all the robbers. I'm real trap star from Vulture Island. Alright, don't move wrong in this bitch, I've been assassin. Alright, the way you swing is straight, you think he rocks. Alright, the track hawk start sound like it fired it. Alright, I'm cheating with my main hoe right on side me. Alright, yee, lot of money, lot of cars, lot of drugs, yee, niggas talking, take his head.
Clean off.
Yee, Molly, yee,
Molly water.
yee, drug sage, yee,
Fuck me harder.
Yeah, shake that ass, bitch. Bleed how I bleed. I'm used to putting bitches on their knees, nigga. She tryna throw a sign and throw a V. Alright, you tryna tell the truth, I'm just a product of the trenches. Shit, yeah. I spent 1,000 on these sweats, I don't even want to take them off. I spent 1,000 on this pussy, I think I'm gonna fuck her up. This Burberry hoodie cost me a bag. Yeah, I put up feelings in my lap, nigga. Yeah, I'm coming straight from out the trap, nigga. Yeah, a piece cost 28. He played his pussy lit. I'm used to.
MCM backpack, little nigga back. Fuck where that ass at.
Bitch, where that
cash at? Glad when we smoking little dope, we don't match that. Any sucker nigga slide through, getting clapped at. House lick, we running through that bitch like it's fast track. I remember all them days I was broke, but I'm past that. Get the job done when I'm bustin', I don't backtrack. Hit his block with them chops out like it's Baghdad. Shooter like Mad Max, leaving niggas stretched out. All headshots, dumb nigga.
Put that vest down.
Get the pussy up like a young nigga fresh out. Thuggin' with them texts out. I bring the jets out. Niggas ups on the kid, I bust a nigga head. You 7.62s knocking off a nigga dread. Money on my mind, all I think about is bread. Until your bitch get off my dick, she keeps tryna give me head. A bunch of young niggas sick with it like 40. 350 Yeezy boots, nigga, these ain't
Roshis.
On my back floor, I'm tryna bust down a rollie. My son, mom, everything, I treat it like a trophy. Pour 2 foes of that yellow, no Kobe. Got OGs that'll still shoot like Ginobili. A band for my coat, like I live with a snow being bitch. I'm from the crest where shit get funky, nigga.
And that's why I gotta keep it ratchet. Bad bitch, work 2 jobs and get taxes. Bought a new Glock, hold 30 like a plasma. All she want is 2 things, back shots in a back rubbing. I'm that nigga that'll do that. And no, I can't lie, love the way that you move that. You know I get that check and run through that. Got 1 clip, 2 clips, niggas know I keep 2 straps. And that's why I'm so anti. Can't trust these bitches, no, can I, oh. And I always keep some shooters on standby, no. You fucking with a savage. Still remember days I ain't had shit. Everything designer, I don't match it. I been in 10 cents for these shoes if you tax it. You ain't fucking with a boss nigga. Don't touch, don't ask how much these cost, nigga. Just know I got 10 so dark, can't see no eyes, both eyes. And that's why.
Baby, I like the way you move, the way you do the things you do. When I get you in that bed, baby girl, I can fool. Touch your toe, baby girl, do what you do. But I like to come over and spread you out, bitch. I'm just tryna dick you out, bitch. I ain't doing anything with my mouth, so don't ask questions, bitch. Just take it out and just suck on it. Oh, yeah, I ain't tryna cuff on it. Just do it real nasty, hit the blunt on it. I got this one girl, bitch, she so feisty. Got this one bitch, did her wrong, now she dykey. Got this one bitch, trying to see, she tryna fight me. Got this one bitch, like tiny ball, when you don't like me. I'm just tryna fuck, baby, I ain't tryna cuff. Everything can change, baby, get touch your luck. I'm in my own lane, I ain't tryna keep up. My 1 square bitch, she just let her eat it up. This one bitch don't like me, she swear she wanna fight me. When I get into the room, I beat the yacht, can need an IV. Swearing that she spite me on the highest 3, she like me. She like Tiny Bob, I know I like you, boy, your life is fighting. Cause these niggas say they don't kill me, they ain't pop nothing. Niggas say they gon' kill me, they ain't drop nothing. We spent that Glock, we pop off, I bet we got some. You bet 100 on my gang, I bet we drop some.
Blue face, baby, yeah, I tell her baby to move. Boo, bop, hug the block.
Why you hugging your boo?
Everything bust down like them kids after from the yards to the Harlems. We the ones making it boom. Tell her make some room, dirt mom just stepped in the room. We'll really slap a nigga mom, better keep her cool. Bitch, I just came here to fork, I ain't come here to spoon. I send a bitch text twice, once every blue moon. If she don't get back right, I'm hitting her left. I'm tryna have a little bit of sex, bitch, what you expect? Gotta catch a flight by the night, bitch, I'm finna jet. White stuff fall on these sweats, cause she made a mess.
I like the way you move, the way you do it, you do. I like the way, I like the way you move, baby. The way you do the thing you do. Hey, I'ma go like a fool, baby. I like the way you move, the way you do the things you do. Wanna get you in that bed, baby girl, I can fool. Touch your toe, baby girl, do what you do. I like to come over and spread you out, bitch.
Yeah, sir, that was ASM, Bobster, and Blueface. Like the way you move, man. The rap snacks coming up next. Let's go. Keep it locked. You already know what it is. It's Shef Radio. Damn, nigga, smack harder. It's time for the rap snacks on Shef Radio. Yes, sir. You already know what it is. It's the Rap Snacks on Shef Radio. I am DJ Preem, man. Hey, first off, I want to let y'all know this might be the last episode of the Snap Rack. I always fuck that up. This might be the last episode of the Rap Snacks. Reason being is I don't want to seem like Say Cheese or Academics or whatever, all these other media outlets that post unnecessary shit or talk about unnecessary shit. Like, I like talking about what's going on in the industry, of course, but it's a lot of, like, Say Cheese posts, Academics posts, all of that, that's just random. And it's just like, I don't care about that shit. Like, he'll be like, yeah, Moneybag Yo just bought an orange lamb truck. Nigga, I don't care. 90% of the people that are following this nigga don't care, or Say Cheese or any of these other media outlets. Like, it's just becoming like, nigga, you doing it for the Instagram checks. Some of y'all don't know, but yeah, they doing it for the Instagram checks. And I get it, bro. I get it to a certain point. When you got millions of followers and shit like that, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? But me as a person that wants to be in this industry, in the media, in a rapper, an artist, a producer, all of that, a DJ. Some of the shit, like, bro, I just want to be authentic. I want this shit to be organic. I don't want to do the same thing and post the same shit that everybody else talking about, or posting or whatever, or talking about the same shit. Like, honestly, there's a couple of things that went on in the industry the past couple of weeks since I didn't do it last week, that I'm like, yeah, maybe I should talk about that. But it's like, bro, who really gives a fuck? Like, I understand I can put my opinion on a lot of this stuff, but some of the stuff I just don't really care to talk about too. Like, I don't know, Moneybag Yo and Ari having a miscarriage. My heart goes out to them. That's an unfortunate loss, but in the same breath, why do I care? That's not my business or anything like that. And what opinion should I have on that? You know what I'm saying? Only thing that I could say, Gunna may be getting out. I've already spoke about, my piece on the YSL situation. So I don't know. If y'all have any suggestions for me, most definitely send them my way, as far as new segments or other segments or stuff that y'all want to hear me or see me do. For sure, bring them my way, for sure. But for now, for this maybe last episode of the Rap Snacks, I'm gonna just talk about a couple of stories that I got going on. Also, see what I'm going through, how to maneuver, and really just teach y'all some shit for real. So yeah. But first off, I'm gonna tell y'all about, because a lot of people have asked me, like, DJ questions. So I'm going to talk about the first time I ever DJ somewhere. This was absolutely terrible. I DJ'd. So I bought my equipment in January of, I believe, 2018 or 2019, January. I can't remember. Either way, I bought my equipment and I had no idea how to DJ or whatever. And it's all right, you know what I'm saying? I was going to learn. I was going to teach myself, because where I'm from, at least when I looked it up, bro, I didn't see any classes or anything like that in KC that said, oh, this, come here, we'll teach you how to DJ or whatever. So I started really just kind of learning to myself on my own, just playing around with the board, and then using YouTube, of course. But I'm more of a hands-on learner. Like DJ Just 100, he actually taught me how to DJ, or whatever. So, and got me better at it. Now, he also, somebody else did too that actually works at Dynamic Sound named Curtis. But whatever. I'm more of a hands-on person. So YouTube really didn't work for me. So I actually had to pay money to go actually have somebody to show me how to do the shit, which was okay. But while I'm in KC, there was nothing like that. That was only here in Houston that I learned that shit. So I thought that I was good at a certain point, and I wanted to start getting gigs. So March comes, and I'm thinking of, like, I'm hitting up clubs and shit like that. Everybody just faking. I think, you know what? I think this is around the 9 was up. If you in KC, you know what the fuck the 9 is. They got shut down. I was trying to DJ there. So it's maybe in like 2018. So I know one of my sisters used to go to Wynwood every fucking Sunday. Wynwood, if you don't know, it's a skating rink in Kansas City. So I know my sisters used to go to Wynwood every Sunday, and they was cool with the owner. His name was like Tim or time or some shit like that. So I go up there. I ask him. He was like, email me, whatever. So I'm asking him, keep this in mind. I'm asking this man for a Sunday. I wanted to DJ on a Sunday. So because I didn't go to Wynwood on Sundays like a lot, but I would go there periodically. So I kind of knew what the feel or whatever for the shit was. So I went, we ended up emailing back and forth. We set up a date and time. Boom. I even made my own self a fucking flyer trying to get people to pull up. So I go. This man gave me a Thursday. So I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, Thursday. So the reason why I wanted to do it is because I think it was it's either 18 and up or 21 and up, something like that. And he gives me a Thursday. And I was like, all right, cool. So go up there or whatever. And I started playing a little bit. And then like motherfuckers was skating and like passing by me. Keep in mind, these are older people. And they were passing by me like looking at me like, nigga, what the fuck are you playing? What are you doing? Keep in mind, I am a fresh DJ. This is my first time. I thought that I was good. I fucking sucked. So at this point, I can still play music. You know what I'm saying? Like mixing and shit like that, I sucked at that. I didn't suck at playing music. It's not hard to play music. So I realized after one of my sister's friends was in the I almost said the club, Wynwood. She comes up to me. She's like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, what do you mean? I'm playing music. She was like, you didn't know it was old people night? Bro, what? I had no music for them. They wanted old shit. I'm talking Rick James, the Big Payback, wanted me to play type shit. And I'm like, uh-oh, I'm in fucking trouble. So this lady comes up to me trying to help me out because they notice like everybody in the fucking Wynwood getting kind of frustrated because they like, bro, this nigga not playing what we want to hear. Also keep in mind too, I didn't know at the time there is a distinct difference between party music, skate music. You cannot skate to a whole bunch of party music. Whatever. So I didn't know that. Again, this is my first time. Whatever. So lady comes up to me, she's helping me out with getting songs and shit. The night just kept getting worse and worse. So as she's helping me out with songs, some people are liking the song, some people not. Now people want to go fast, now people want to go slow. I'm going too fast, I'm going too slow. I'm taking too long to speed it up, I'm taking too long to slow it down. Shit like that. Everybody is coming up to the booth. Like, motherfuckers skating past, like people can skate past me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm at the booth and they can skate right past me. You know, whatever. Motherfuckers would come up to the booth every 5 seconds. Hey, can you play this? Can you play that? Why you playing this? Why you playing that? Just talking to me. And I'm just like, bro, I'm over fucking whelmed. As a DJ, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, is this really how it is? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm over here trying to please everybody and play everything that people want me to play. Some people like play this. Some people like play that. I had these one shorties come up to me. And they was like, I think this had to be like 18 and up because they was young. I think they may have been 18 or whatever. They was like, can you play the City Girls? No, ma'am, I cannot. You want to know why? Because I got all these old folks looking at me, and I'm playing what they actually want me to play. If I play some damn City Girls, they're going to lose their fucking mind. I absolutely cannot play City Girls. And I think they wanted me to play Act Up. No, ma'am. No, I cannot. I'm not. That was what I won't be playing. Now, if you would have caught me on a Sunday, no, I probably wouldn't have played it on a Sunday. But if you would have caught me, maybe I would have. And this wasn't an old folks night, maybe I would have played it, you know, whatever. But I got people like looking at me every time they skate past, just mugging the fuck out of me because I'm not doing my damn job right. You know what I'm saying? So what else happened that night, bro? It was a fight at the booth, at the DJ booth. Well, it wasn't a fist fight. It was almost a fight. Nigga pulled out a gun. I was like, oh, God, this is not it. This is not it, bro. Like two dudes, I don't even remember what they were arguing about. I really don't remember. But I remember that they were arguing and kind of going back and forth, you know, and then it was so many people at the booth just trying to get in my ear, just chirping and shit, saying like, play this, play that, da, da, da. And I think one of the dudes, he was kind of on my side, like, hey, bro, like, let the nigga do his job. Let him chill. Like, y'all doing too much. And in my mind, I'm like, hey, bro, I appreciate that shit because I'm still trying to please everybody. And you know, it's overwhelming. So then he started getting into an argument with other dude. And I'm like, hey, hold up, because I don't want y'all to fight over here because I got all my shit set up over here. My laptop, all of that. Bro that was actually on my side, he stayed over there, and then the other dude friends kind of like pulled him away, just like, hey, bro, it ain't even worth this shit. And then, you know, or whatever. But before he did that, bro pulled out a gun. He was like, oh, yeah. He was like, nigga, keep talking that shit, da, da, da. And I'm like, okay, hey, bro. I'm like, hold up. Let's not do this here. You know, you right next to me in the booth, and I don't know what he got on his side because he could come back at you, and I'm right next to you, and he could miss. You know, niggas don't have aim. So I'm like, bro, okay, hold up. But nothing ended up happening, bro. They just kind of went their separate ways, which was cool. But I did started kind of getting the hang of what they wanted to hear, you know, towards the end. But I will say that I was kind of fucked over in the whole situation because, again, I had no fucking idea that that's what they wanted. They wanted slow, that this was going to be an old school night because the old school night is I guess it's Thursdays. I wasn't told that. I asked for a Sunday. He gave me a Thursday and didn't tell me, oh, yeah, it's going to be old people here. It's going to be an old school night. Like, no, because Sundays is not like that. It's more young people, more people that was my age. And I'm like, okay, so yeah, in all, I'm not going to lie, though, I wasn't prepared for that. And I'm not going to say I wasn't prepared for it as in like he screwed me over. I wasn't prepared for it. I, as a DJ, as me, I wasn't prepared for a gig yet. And I thought I was. And that's a lot of, like, when it comes to DJing or being an artist or anything like that, definitely I would say tell everybody, focus on your craft and get really good at it. Because if you're not prepared for it and you go out there, you can definitely fuck up your opportunities. Not because you're not gonna be good at what you want to do or what you're doing. You're just not there yet. So if you're not there, get there and then ask. I kind of fucked that up because I did do that at a couple of places when I wasn't as good as I am now or can be or whatever. And I feel like I'm pretty good now. It's kind of harder to do that in my living room and, you know, especially the way I talk on the mic. I don't have any feedback from y'all. This is pre-recorded. So I don't have like anybody dancing in here, bitches shaking ass or anything like that. Like, oh, when I'm out on the mic, I can be like, yeah, shake that ass, you know, talk on that shit and get feedback from the crowd or whatever, like something like that. Or who birthday is in here, you know what I'm saying? Talk to birthdays, talk to whatever is Scorpios, Virgos, all of this, Pisces, all that shit. I can talk my shit more when I'm out there because I'm getting feedback. Y'all hear me in here just saying the same, yeah, vibe, da da da, because that's all I really can do because it's just me. You know what I'm saying? And I try to keep the same energy. I keep the same energy. I keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep it upbeat for sure. But like definitely focus on your craft and be good at what you trying to do. Because you don't want to fuck up your opportunities at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, speaking of opportunities, I'm going to tell y'all, and I'm going to start vlogging this on how I get gigs. Getting gigs, I'm not going to lie to you, this is not easy. It's not easy at all. I constantly will go out, and what I do is, how I get gigs, I look at I follow at least like 30 to 40 DJs here in Houston. I look at every place, and I've been doing this since I got here. I look at every place that they DJ at. I write it down. And I look it up, see what their hours is, you know, or whatever. And most of these places here in Houston are not technically clubs. They're just lounges that play music. So it's not hard for me to go up there at noon when there's nobody there and talk to a manager. That's what I usually do. So I'll go up to a place, go talk to somebody, and I'm like, hey, you know, I pull up like, hey, you know, can I speak to your manager? Most of the time, you know, the people that are there to greet me are the bottle girls or whatever. And I'm like, hey, can I speak to a manager? And they're like, yeah, cool. So they'll go get a manager for me. And they're like, hey, how can I help you? And I'll just be like, hey, you know, I'm new to Houston. You know, blase. I was just trying to see if y'all do like guest DJs. And then immediately before they say yes or no, I stopped it. I keep going, and I'll be like, hey, I'm not looking for a job. That's what I let people know off the rip, because what I learned is automatically they think that I'm, one, looking for a job, and two, they don't want that. They want rotating DJs, and they also want the DJs. They really don't want new DJs. They want the people that they already got. So I let them know, like, hey, I'm not looking for a job. This is possibly a one-time thing. If you fuck with me, bring me back. If you don't, you ain't never got to hear from me again. I'm just asking for one opportunity. It don't matter if it's 30 minutes, 5 minutes, or 2 hours. That's all I ask for. And 9 times out of 10, I even tell them, like, you ain't even got to pay me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be like, hey, I'll do an hour for free. And then after that, if you want me to stay, then we have to talk bread. 9 times out of 10, that shit works. It really actually works. I take that back 9 times out of 10. Let's go 7 times out of 10. You know why? Because those other 3 times, the question is, yeah, what's your Instagram? How many followers you got? Oh, my fucking God, bro. I hate that question because I automatically just started off with, my name is Blase. I'm new to Houston. I just moved to Houston. So if I told you I just moved to Houston, then in your mind you should know, oh, he's not from here. He doesn't have any fucking followers here. So that's my biggest gripe with a lot of these places that ask me that, is like, bro, it don't matter if I have 200 followers, 2,000, 20,000, or 200,000. I'm not going to bring you one soul because I'm not from here. And that's what I be trying to get into these promoters and these managers' head, bro. I'm asking you for an opportunity. I'm not asking you for a fucking job. Take for example, bro. If you in Houston, you most likely know of this newer club downtown called Sakai. Let me give y'all the backstory on this. So I found Sakai. It's the place with the big, it's like pool. It's a pool in there outside. I think it's one inside too. I've never been. Actually, I have. I've been outside, but I never went inside. So one day, I found them, of course, finding them through other DJs. So I found them, and I was like, hey, you know, let me go up there. Let me go, you know what I'm saying, do my thing. So I go up there. I asked for the manager. He was like, one of the guys like, I'm the manager. He's like, my name's Tim Sakai. I was like, oh, okay, you know, so I talked to him, chop it up. I let him know. I did the same spiel. Give me one shot. He let me know he owned like 20, 30 clubs around Houston. And I was like, all right, bet. He was like, I'm not going to put you here because this is the big leagues right here. I'm going to put you in, you know what I'm saying, a little smaller club. If you can do good in that club, I'll put you on. All right, bet. So we start talking. He gets me at this spot called, actually, no, I take that back. I was at Crew Lounge one night, and as I'm leaving Crew Lounge, he texts me. He says, hey, what you doing? I said, I'm about to wrap up at Crew. He said, hey, pull up on me at Bar Rosa. I might got a spot for you. I was like, all right, bet. So I pull up on him at Bar Rosa, and I had another gig, but I was like, okay, you know, or whatever. So whatever. So I pull up on him at Bar Rosa, and he introduced me to the manager. I'm not going to say the manager's name. So, or I'm not going to say his ad or whatever. So he introduced me to him. He was like, hey, you know, they had like some Fire Desire Thursday or something going on. So they was doing like a more R&B type of thing. And he was like, we kind of just chopped it up, talked for a little bit, and I stuck around. Like I started, you know, mingling with people, talking and stuff like that. And then, you know, it gets closer to midnight, and it don't look like I'm about to DJ. Now, keep in mind, I still got all my equipment. I got my backpack on. My equipment's up at the DJ booth and all of this. So I was like, hey, bro, are you able to, you know what I'm saying, get me in? Because if you're not, nigga, I'm going home. So he was like, nah, bro, I'm going to get you in next Thursday. I was like, all right, bet. So he gave me his number. I text him, he don't message back. So I pulled up next Thursday. They closed. So I'm confused. So I was like, all right, whatever. So I texted him again. Never responded. So I texted Tim, the owner. And I was like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? I talked to Blase. You know, he ain't responding. Whoop-de-whoop. He was like, all right, bro. He was like, I got to get you, basically telling me, like, I got to get you at a smaller venue before I can move you up here, which I understand. But your manager is not your manager, but, like, your worker is not helping me out, texting me back. Number one, I do apologize. It's getting dark in here. It's getting dark outside. That is my light. So anyway, Blase, he was like, just go up there. That's what he told me. He told me to go up to Barrosa. So I was already bet. So I go up to Barrosa, seen dude, and this is Labor Day weekend. He was like, oh, bro, what's good? Like, what's up, bro? He was like, man, he give me an excuse like, hey, yeah, we've been busy. We moved down to 2 nights. We only open like 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. type stuff. I was like, all right, bro, it's all good. I was like, hey, bro, this is not me trying to get a job with you. I was like, hey, this is just me trying to showcase my talents for Tim so I can move up. I was like, bro, y'all own everything on the street from Barrosa to Parma to everything over here except for Prospect, who dude named Sam Rogers, something like that owns Prospect. I know the owners. So I'm like, bro, y'all own all of this. I said, if you can't get me here at Barrosa, get me up at Parma. Like, even on some slow shit. It don't have to be a Friday, Saturday night or brunch on Sundays, bro. You could get me in on a Wednesday when there's 2 people in that bitch. I don't care because I'm gonna DJ like it's 100,000. I'm gonna act like it's a whole bunch of people in there. He like, man, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, I don't even care if you get me in for an hour, 30 minutes, or 10 minutes, nigga. Just let me showcase my talent. That's all I care about. So he's like, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. He was like, I'll fuck with you. So I dap him up. He said, text me on Monday. That's Labor Day. Text him on Monday. Hey, bro, you got something for me? Because he said he could possibly get me in on Parma on Thursday. So I was like, you know, I texted him like, hey, what's good? No response. At this point, I'm like, fuck it. Now I'm gonna go back and fuck with Tim and be like, hey, Tim, you own a whole bunch of spots in the city, bro. Do you have another spot you can put me on? Because clearly bro is not fucking with me. Like, he hasn't even given me the chance to showcase my talents. That's all I ask. That's all I really care about, bro. So I just want to let y'all know, bro, this shit is not easy. Like, you definitely have to have a mouthpiece on you. I know that I do. I know that I'm able to talk my shit and hype myself up and act, you know, make myself seem like I'm the biggest fucking deal with only 700 followers and no fucking proof. But I'm able to make myself sound like I'm the biggest deal in Houston. So always bet on your fucking self. At the end of the day, bro, bet on your fucking self, because ain't nobody else going to do it. Bet on your fucking self. For sure. But yeah, sir, man, I think that's it for the Rap Snacks today. Like I said, if y'all have any more ideas for me, please let me know. Anything y'all want to see me do, hear me do, any segments, anything like that that is not, you know, that is, of course, music related, or, you know what I'm saying, just Q&A. If y'all want to hear me do a Q&A where y'all ask questions, I answer them on the podcast. You know, anything like that, bro, I'm definitely down to do it. Of course, I need interaction from y'all or whatever. But yeah, bro, Jaylene Mack is on the way. The interview is up next. Don't go nowhere. Keep it locked. This Shef Radio. Yes, sir. Welcome into Shef Radio. It is DJ Preem. I'm here with the next guest. This might be the best guest. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little biased. This is my sister. So This is Jaylene Mack. I'm not even going to go through all the accolades and everything she do because it's going to take the rest of the show. But I'm going to let her introduce herself and what she does. Go ahead.
All right. This is going to be fun. I'm hanging out with my little brother. And we're going to talk a good bit about just things in the entertainment industry. So I'm so excited to be here. Yes, I am Jaylene Mack. I am an entertainment attorney. I am a TV and film producer. I'm the author of a business book, The Business of Stage, Screen, and In Between. It's about my little golden nuggets for your legal and business questions in the arts and entertainment business. I'm a philanthropist. I have a nonprofit called MAC Performing Arts Collective, Impact for short. And it's an arts organization where we help basically create access to Hollywood, provide platforms to those looking for emerging talent, looking for ways to get exposed and connect, and here to cultivate the interest in performing arts and entertainment. So I think that's kind of it. Maybe in a nutshell, I'm probably missing. Oh, I'm an actress. I almost forgot that. I was an actress before I was a lawyer.
Big time.
So yeah, you probably see me in some commercials and movies and all that good stuff. And I probably did forget something, so we'll figure it out as we go along.
Can you go a little bit more in depth about what Impact is, what it does for even people that are trying to get into the performing arts?
Absolutely. So Impact is a 501c3 nonprofit, so it's federally tax exempt. So anytime you want to make a donation, you can write that off. We appreciate it. That's what makes the world go around in small organizations. But yeah, it's an arts and entertainment organization that I put together, founded it back in January of 2011. What I learned as an attorney, most clients have a lot of the same questions. They want to know about, what does this mean in a contract? What's a copyright? What's a trademark? How do I go about setting up my business? And so I started doing these panel discussions and workshops. And of course, I did one-on-one consultations all the time for clients. But I saw that it was easier to service the masses if I set up a nonprofit. So that's how Impact came to be. But in it, we basically provide various platforms like film festivals, music symposiums, TV and film forums. We do playwright symposiums, have a lot of panel discussions, a lot of workshops, basically creating these different tools and resources for those that are in the entertainment industry. Maybe they're veterans, or maybe they're emerging talent, new aspiring artists. And what I learned in terms of the difference, the new and the aspiring emerging talent is hungry. The veteran talent thinks that they've eaten and they haven't. And by that, what I mean is they think they've reached a level of success, right? But what I see is some of those same veteran talent, just like a hamster on a wheel going in a circle. They really aren't moving forward, and they're not really progressing, and they haven't reached their full capacity in terms of how great they can be with their success in life. So I think Impact is here to kind of fill the void, educate, entertain, because we do put on events like, jazz concerts and plays and things like that. But what I learned, and the difference being aspiring veteran making it, is access. Access to the powers that be, access to Hollywood, access to the game changers, access to information, access to resources. And so that's what Impact does. We come in and we fill in the gaps so that people can be successful in the business.
Okay. So I remember when I was down here like 2012, you had a panel with Golden Brooks on it. If y'all don't know, that's the lady from Girlfriends. And you have a whole bunch of like celebrities and comedians and a lot of people on the panels to talk at your shows or
whatever it is. Yeah.
So how do you get these celebrities to come through?
Yeah. So a lot of the business is about relationships, right? About networking, about building alliances, and you never know when you're going to need someone, and you never know where you're going to meet them on your way up or on your way down, right? So relationships are invaluable because that's like currency. So and how do I build those relationships? And I'll give you my relationship with Golden Brooks by example. She and I worked on a movie together. It's a movie that I produced and I wrote based on a play called The Great Divide. And Golden, and you can find the full movie on YouTube, as a matter of fact. And Golden was one of our stars. And of course, working with her, the fact that she was working on one of my projects, something that I'd written, naturally we're going to talk and spend some time while we're shooting. And we built a natural bond, and we stayed in touch and flourished that relationship. And so and all that happened prior to me setting up Impact. So when it was time to do my first Impact event, I just thought Golden was golden, right? So it was a golden opportunity to have her come in and be one of my first speakers, and it just kept going and building. And obviously, for the professionals out there that see you putting in the work and see you and see what your work ethic is like and see the work product, they want to be a part of that. So they saw how well things turned out having Golden. So the next time I went out and asked another celebrity, they're like, oh yeah, she does it right. Yeah, sure. I'll lend my name. I'll lend my services and come and participate. And so it just keeps building. So I formed a lot of relationships in the business, and I respect my relationships, and I don't take them for granted. And so having that in place made it easier to just bring all these celebrities in, and the folks behind the scenes, these executives, at networks and stuff like that. They come and they share their golden nuggets with everybody.
Is that kind of the same thing with like sponsors? Because I know you're big on getting sponsors, to pay for events, anything like that. Is that kind of go hand in hand?
To some respect, because I may know someone who's over community development, the grants and donations or whatever at an organization that I've built a rapport with, and so. And I'll lean on them for a donation or for marketing dollars or sponsorship dollars. But even before, with or without a relationship, I still have to have my stuff together, right? So we have to have our sponsorship letters. We have to have a program developed. We have to have the all the aspects of an event in place so that they'll know what is it that they're sponsoring. What are you asking of them? What do you want them to help with marketing dollars? Yeah. And so, you still definitely have to have the documentation in place and everything kind of thought out and developed. And you have to show if you invest your marketing dollars in this event, our organization, what do you get in return? And then we spell all that out, right? Yeah. So that they know that those dollars are going to a good cause.
Okay. So I do know somebody that wants to be an actress. What is a good starting point for anybody that's just wanting to start off to be an actress?
Yeah. So one thing I say, acting is very similar to pledging a sorority or a fraternity. If it's in your heart, you're going to stick with it. And if it's in your heart deep enough, you're going to go and flow with the ups and downs. Things happen fast. Sometimes they don't happen at all. So you have to roll with the punches in this business. But if you are seeking a career in acting, obviously training is essential. But before you even get into training, in my opinion, are you in the movie business? And by that, are you a fan of the movie business? Like, before you work on a set as an actor, cast or crew, behind the scenes, whatever, are you into movies and television and the art of it, right? As a performer, who's your favorite performer? Who inspires you? And I think that kind of, you have to do like a self-assessment, right? To see, why am I doing this? And people say, well, I'm not doing it for the money, I'm doing it for the art. No, do it for the money too. Because it's a career, it's a job, it really is. And it's what you make of it. And I like everybody to know, even if you're just an actor, right? You're not a producer, but you're just an actor. You're still a business. You're still a business entity, and your business is providing services of acting and performance. So you gotta think of all the hats that you have to wear to know that, okay, I truly want to be in the business and I can sustain an existence in the business. So show business is 10% show, 90% business. So I think you got to kind of assess all those things in the background first before you say, okay, yeah, you know what? I want to pursue this acting business. And then from there, it's the training. It's the, going on set and watching and participating. It's participating in all the school plays. It's participating in the drama club. It's getting on YouTube and watching, what you can in a virtual sense, from acting classes to commentary about the experiences with acting. There's just no one way in. I will say, in every city, you can check your film commission and see if there's like postings of potential jobs. Do short films, do student projects, get in where you fit in. But it's not just the actual performance, it's understanding how things work on a movie set, on a TV set, all the different roles, how your role as an actor is important to the next actor. If you're in an ensemble piece, identifying with the camera, as your scene partner, as your audience. It's a lot of things that go into it, but definitely a self-assessment to see if long term this is where you want to be.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. So as a successful actress,
I try.
So I know that you had to start somewhere. So when you did start, of course, you have obstacles and things of that nature that come up. When you first started, how did you go about those or handle those obstacles when they came about?
I think as an actor, I don't care how long you've been in the business, obstacles come no matter at what stage, and they can come in different forms. You know, the obstacle could be the audition itself. The obstacle could be the director or producer you're working with, or the other talent you're working with, or the decisions you have to make about the piece, you know, nudity, right? Cuss words, you know, things like obstacles come in different forms. Getting the job in the first place obviously is an obstacle, but you know, it certainly speaks to your character, how you deal with it, you know, how you push through. I do think as an actor, as a performer, you have to make a decision about the pieces that you take, and you have to understand that you are a vessel as an actor. So the fact that you're playing a crackhead, right, or a drunk, or an atheist, or things that go against your religion, or a Republican if you're a Democrat, right, you're playing a role, right? So you have to separate yourself, the real self, from the performance piece. Now, don't get that twisted. You also have to become one with your character, right? Because there has to be these blurred lines. Am I watching Jaylene, or am I watching Miss Johnson? You know, Jaylene playing Miss Johnson, right? So the lines should be blurred as to who I am when I'm doing the piece, but my philosophical thoughts, my religious thoughts, my political preferences, all those things have to go by the wayside. And I'll give you a prime example. If anybody's a fan of P-Valley, I love me some P-Valley. And the character, his name is J. Alphonse, I think. He plays Lil Murder on the series. And Lil Murder is he's a homosexual, he's an underground B-boy, thug rapper who's homosexual, right? And you don't know this unless you're in a relationship with him. And he's in a relationship with a fully out, you know, adult male who's very proud of being homosexual, and so they're undercover gay couple, and so he has to make some decisions about who he is, right? So I just want to kind of paint a little bit of the picture of the character. But in real life, J. Alphonse, who plays Lil Murder, is married with a wife, right? And he's a straight male. But the acting's incredible because you don't know that he has a wife at home for real. You don't know that he's not homosexual for real. You don't know, and not that I know his personal life. I mean, he could be bisexual in real life or whatever. I don't know that. But the point is, you don't know him from the character. J. Alphonse from the character. And I might be saying his real name wrong. But anyway, those are the kind of decisions that as an actor, you have to be comfortable with, you know. And I've played myself lesbian roles. I've done simulated sex scenes, things that I wouldn't necessarily play out in real life, right? Yeah. But as an actor, I've made those choices to do it because it's art. And at the end of the day, it moves the story forward and it fulfills the vision of the writer and the director.
Okay. So when I know that now necessarily you big time. So so you don't have to necessarily kind of take the BS or whatever or anything that kind of comes along with it. Like for me, at where I'm at right now, if being a DJ or artist, I'm gonna take whatever I can get. Gotcha. Right now, you don't necessarily have to. Yeah. So how do you handle maybe somebody that does, that offered you a role or anything like that, but you realize it's bad business or you get bad vibes from it? Mm-hmm. How do you handle it now rather than, back then? How is it now?
Yeah. Obviously, I'm a seasoned woman. I'm mature. And with that comes experience. With that comes a sense of discernment, and synergy is everything, when it comes to people. And I do know as a performer or even as a lawyer, I have to decide who do I want to give my energy to, take energy from, and how do I feel about working with them ongoing, right? Because as an actor on set, you might have to put in a 12-hour day. You might have to decide, do I want to work with this group of people for 12 hours? They're not professional. Yeah. They give me bad vibes. This place seems seedy. It doesn't seem safe. You got all these decisions to make as a performer. and hopefully you can assess them before you even take the job, right? But the same thing even with practicing law. Every dollar, all money's not good money. Right. So I have to decide whether or not I want to accept a client or give them their money back, or how long of a ride I can take with them, right? How long can the journey be with this particular client? So I think we just have to, again, it goes back to our self-assessment on who we are, our values, our principles, and make some decisions about certain jobs that we take. I will say in the very beginning of your actor career, it may be a matter of, like you said, just kind of, I'm trying to build a resume, right? They're not paying, but in exchange for not paying me, they're going to feed me. They're going to give me a copy of my work. I built my resume. Or they're not going to pay me, but gosh, I get to work with such and such actor, or I can work with such and such director. So there's always these concessions, but a compromise in there in some way. And so again, that goes back to the individual just making a decision like what works best for you. But do know in the beginning, and even in the middle, and maybe towards the end, it's not always about the money. There just has to be a greater value or some equal exchange in value that you have to figure out what works for that particular transaction, so to speak.
That makes sense, because me being a DJ, I have to, and not having a lot of followers, like when I go to these clubs, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for somebody with a whole bunch of followers that's going to bring them a whole bunch of people. In reality, whether you got 10,000 followers or you got 200, whether you post it, nobody's really going to show up unless you're actually like a celebrity or something like that. So that definitely makes sense in the fact that I will go DJ sometimes, especially if it's a new place. I'm like, hey, give me an hour for free, or I'll do an hour for free or anything like that, especially if it's peak time. It's 10, 11, midnight, whatever. And that's when I may not be getting paid, but at the same time, people are hearing me, so people are knowing that, oh, he's a good DJ, or, they may be hearing my songs because I play my songs when I DJ. I'm not going to not play my songs. Yeah, of course. So I always play my songs when I DJ.
And his music is excellent. If y'all ain't heard him, y'all sleeping.
I appreciate
good
that.
stuff.
I appreciate
You know some of my favorites.
Yeah. She loved Rolex.
Yes.
She loved Rolex. She loved Rolex.
And I've learned a lot from you with music, 808s and all that stuff, things that I didn't even know. I'm okay. Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, no, that all makes sense. As an actress, what's your favorite role that you've ever played?
I wanna comment on something you just said, and then I'll answer your question.
Okay.
But in this business of, giving up something or more of you than what that somebody's willing to give you so you can move forward, there's two things I would say work here: fake it till you make it, and the bait and switch concept.
That's a fact.
Right? And fake it till you make it doesn't have to have a negative connotation at all, right? Fake it till you make it is the representation of yourself that you send out to the public, right? That either the intelligence level you have, or the experience that you have, or your physical appearance, whatever that is, that package that you put together for the general public to represent that you're a professional in the business and you're capable of the job, right?
Yeah.
That's that might not be 100 behind the scenes. Yeah. It's almost like the girl who goes, out and she's all together and she gets home, she pulls off the lace front, she takes the nails off, pulls the boob pads, butt pads. Like we seen the movie. I can't think of it right now, but yeah, so you might have your package that you have for the public together, but your private package might not be so together. So that might be a fake it till you make it, but you just needed to represent in a certain way. And I'm not saying lies, but you need to represent in a certain way so that, you get the job, right? So that's okay. That's a good fake it till you make it. I do think people should embellish a little bit. And this is what I mean, creatively. If you are an actor in a movie, but you were background talent, or an extra is what they call it. Meaning you didn't have any lines, but you serve a purpose, as an actor on screen. So you might be in a crowd scene. You might be sitting at a dinner table mimicking conversation so that the two actors on camera, it looks like they're in a real restaurant with people present, or just whatever, right? Whatever that looks like. So on your resume, you put something like waitress, because it's something generic.
Right.
Or let me go even plainer. You put instead of putting background, because that's all you were, give yourself a title, restaurant patron, or you follow me? Mm-hmm. So just step up what the basics of what the producer provided you, and just kind of step it up a little bit on your resume. So now it goes from background talent, where they assume that you were a fly on the wall, to now you're saying waitress, and it's not for me to explain my resume as so much as the person that receives the resume is going to have either some interpretation, or they're just going to take it as it is, right? So the fact that it says waitress, now they don't know if you had a speaking part or not. But you follow me? So that's a good embellishment. That's a good embellishment because now you're getting in front of the right people that way. Then the whole thing about I said fake it till you make it, and I said bait and switch. Yeah. The bait and switch. That example that you gave about I'm gonna give him an hour free. That's the bait. Right. Yeah. And then you switch them up with what you can really deliver. Like y'all didn't know I was a professional. Oh, y'all thought I was playing. Now let me show y'all, right? Yeah. And I do that with my events. Sometimes I bring these celebrities in, and it's great. It's catchy. It's great marketing to have, a Wendy Raquel Robinson name on a flyer that she's gonna be speaking at the event. But I'm gonna surround her with everybody else that has just as much to contribute, if not more, than her in their respective field. That's the switch up. You get there and you go like, I thought I was gonna get everything from Wendy Raquel Robinson. No, you're gonna get something from everybody sitting on that panel. Yep. So that's the bait and switch thing. Yeah,
kind of going back to the fake it till you make it thing. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. So as you know, everybody knows, I did 2 songs with famous producer Zaytoven. Yep. I never met him. I never seen him. He don't even know that I did a song to his beats. But that's kind of like the fake it till you make it or whatever, because in the simple fact that I ended up finding these 2 beats because there was like a contest going on or whatever, something like that, and he was giving out the beats for free. So his tag is on the beat, and I can say, yeah, I did a song with famous producer Zaytoven. Now, was I ever in the,
you ain't lying.
Yeah, I'm not lying. Was I ever in the studio with him? No. But I still did 2 songs, that were produced by him. So I definitely get what you mean.
And that's a bait and switch because they get to tune in and hear, but then you switch it up like, let me show you what else I got, So
Yeah, that makes sense. So what's your favorite role?
My favorite role is so there's a little movie that people don't know about, and it's called Friend Zone. It's on Tubi. Please go look for it. It came out this past February.
Go watch it. Tubi's free.
Tubi's free TV.
Tubi's free.
Free TV. And I can't even remember my character name right now, but it's a comedic role, and I'm a scene stealer, and I love comedy. So that's one of my favorite movies. And then another movie that I remember my character name because I wrote the play. I play Liz in The Great Divide, yes, and she's a very comedic role too because I play this drunkard. But those are some of my fun roles. I mean, I've done a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of movies I like in general that I was a part of. People don't know that I have a movie coming out with Jamie Foxx, and I know we might talk about that later. But I have a movie coming out with Jamie Foxx. So that was, if I say not just the role, but who I enjoyed working with. Okay. Jamie Foxx was one, and Forrest Whitaker was the other, and among many other people. But I mean, come on.
Forrest Whitaker was the one in Hurricane Season, right?
Hurricane Season.
Yes, yeah. That's a fire movie if y'all haven't seen it.
Yeah, but let me tell you about that. This goes back to your sustainability and your tolerance of being a performer in the business. I worked on that film, Hurricane Season. You can still find it. It comes out on BET still to this day. I still get checks, residual checks. That's another thing we can talk about. But I worked on that movie 9 weeks with Taraji P. Henson, Bow Wow, all these actors, Forrest Whitaker, all these actors. And Irma P. Hall played my mom, and I played the mom to one of the star basketball players in the movie. The movie's based on a true story, or inspired by a true story. But anyway, they cut my storyline out. 9 weeks of work, they cut it out. So it dwindles down. They took out all my speaking roles, and what's left are just my background roles, where you see me in the crowd, and they show me a good bit. Yeah. But then if you don't know why, like all of a sudden they showing her because they took out some of the scenes. Now my money didn't change. Now, I didn't have to get my money back. So let's be clear. My money didn't change, and I still get residuals. But that was a lot of work for a movie that they end up cutting you out, right? So you'll see me on camera, but you won't see any of my speaking parts. But if you have the DVD, you can catch some of the deleted scenes because they usually put those as like kind of bonus material.
Okay. Yeah. So being an actress, being an entrepreneur, doing everything that you do, family, all of that, you were running 1,000 miles an hour all the time. She, L.A., Atlanta, New York, she, Miami, Florida, somewhere. She's doing something at all times.
That's true.
So what keeps you sane, just having that lifestyle? Because I know that's tiring. I know it is.
Yeah, so some people see me move around a lot and they just say, oh, you're just so busy. But that's what the job calls for. That's what my career calls for, right? So it's not just to be turning up, right? It's business, and what causes me to travel. I'm in the entertainment industry, so the entertainment industry is no longer just in Hollywood.
Right.
It's across the globe, really. It's certainly across the states. Just about every major city has an entertainment market, and so the work takes me wherever I have to go. But what keeps me sane? And I totally enjoy what I do. I don't have a 9 to 5, and I don't have to sit behind a desk to get the job done.
Right.
But what I think keeps me sane are my friends and my family. And I don't say that as a cliche, but I'm a regular, down-to-earth girl. So when I get young people approach me, and they go, oh, my God, I'm so glad I met you. I never thought I would meet you. I'm so nervous, or whatever. And I'm looking at them like, why are you nervous? Me. I'm just little, I'm J-Lo, like J-Lo. I'm just Jenny from the block, right? But I, honestly, because I love my son's sports, and my daughter, and I'm just my husband, my friends, family, all that stuff. Our family in Kansas City, everywhere. So I'm just that's what keeps me balanced, because I don't get the big head, right? And I don't live in the clouds. So I think that's just still be responsible for taking out the trash, cooking.
Yeah.
I think that keeps me balanced.
Yeah. Okay. So you were the executive producer for North of the 10. If you haven't already, go check that out. It is on BET Plus.
Yes.
So how did that opportunity come about? It's a very good movie, but how did that opportunity come about?
So I have some clients, which is Red Gorilla Entertainment, RGE for short. And the principals are Ryan Lamar Shaw and Bishop Eric Gorns. I was already helping them a little bit on some post stuff for another film. They had another attorney, and that attorney passed, and they asked me to be their full-time attorney to handle their business and legal affairs. And so with that being said, I started working on more and more of their film projects, their television projects, and not just as a lawyer, but really as a producer, because I participate a lot in the decision-making when it comes to business, and not so much creative, because, Ryan does his thing as a director and a writer, and with his wonderful writing partners. But yeah, I'm just in the weeds of things, and so when North of the 10 was in development, I was there from the beginning through the end. I'm talking from, our figuring out our financing for it, all the way through sales and distribution, and we're in the process of solidifying some foreign sales opportunity. So all that's ongoing, and so yeah, that's kind of how I got pulled into that, and it's been a really good ride. It's been interesting. We shot in Chicago, LA, and Abu Dhabi. In the UAE.
I was gonna say Dubai. It's Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, the UAE. Some of the talent, I think, were actually from Dubai as well. But yeah, just great team. I love working with them, and that's a great film. You got to check it out. A lot of our social media influencers. If you guys are big fans of Don Benjamin and What's Good, Adam Wahid, who else? Oh, God, Terrence J's in there, Michael T. Williamson, lots of actors and stuff in there. George Lopez. It's really good.
I forgot he is in there.
Yeah.
He is in there.
It's really good.
It is a really good movie. It definitely is a really good movie. Wasn't it like when it first came out, like #1 on BET Plus for a while?
Yeah. And if I'm right, it was outdoing Husbands of Hollywood when it came out and went to BET Plus. They did a limited series run on that. But it really did well. And y'all got to check it out. BET Plus, it really, really did well. And it's still there. And we have some other stuff that's coming out actually with Don and What's Good and Jody and other people. So I'm excited about some other projects that you guys will see soon.
Okay. So as an actress, producer, executive producer, lawyer, you have a lot of specialties. Which one's your favorite?
Out of all the hats?
Out of all of them.
So I do actually enjoy writing, and I don't write for others as I write so much for me. We talked about my business book. This was based on a lot of my experiences. So I thought to put together a number of things for legal and business. So if I had all the time in the world, I think I would actually write more because I have written some scripts, and there's just so much in my head as a creative that I got to get out on paper.
Yeah.
I actually have some ebooks coming out too. You guys will have access to that when those come out. That's something I would like to work on more of. So I kind of have a guilty pleasure in the behind the scenes with the writing stuff. But all day, every day, all day, acting is probably #1 because that's where I started.
Right.
Everything else just gets pulled together, and I'm good at certain things, and so I wouldn't downplay the lawyer stuff. I mean, that's what sustains my existence, economically.
Yeah.
But I'll say this: everything that I do is threaded together through storytelling. Whether it's a writer, whether it's as an author, whether it's a playwright, whether it's running Impact, whether it's my lawyer hat, my actor hat, my producing hat. It all ties into a story, and it all the words come together through all those different hats. And so it's like picking a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So kind of shifting a little bit more towards the attorney side of things, I'm learning in school right now that protecting my music is so important through copyrights, through Shef Radio, trademarking, copywriting, anything like that. So when it comes to the attorney side of the entertainment business, movies, how important is that?
That's very important. That's one of the principal reasons of why I founded Impact. Just seeing the problems out there with laypersons trying to understand what it is they really have. And so again, if you recognize yourself as a business, we're entrepreneurs in this business. If you recognize yourself as a business, then you see how important it is to protect the assets of the business or protect you as the asset of the business. So yeah, copyrights are very, very important. We filed copyrights with the Library of Congress to protect our creative expression that's now in a tangible form. So your music sheets, as your written music sheets, your recorded music, your arrangements of music is very important to register with the Copyright Office. Your stories, your scripts that you write, your novels, your books that you write, you can register those with the Copyright Office with the Library of Congress. And if you don't, quite naturally, by common law, you have copyright interest in your work. You can put a notice that, copyright at, Javion Stuckey or Jaylene Mack or whatever, depending on what the work is. So naturally you have that. But if you want to enforce it in federal court, it has to be registered with the Library of Congress.
That's true. That's something that I've been learning.
Yeah.
Because technically, when you write, what I've been finding out with music, once you write it down, technically it's copyrighted.
Right. You automatically have a copyright interest in your work. If you choreograph, like the Thriller music video, that work is choreographed. Like, just think of sculptures, architectural designs. There's tons of things that have copyright protection and you can register. But I will say this also, if you don't register with the Copyright Office, but you still want to just create some type of evidence that you were the original author of the work, you can at least deposit your work with the Writers Guild. They take not just written material like scripts and books, but they'll take your music and copies of your movies because it's just a depository. So they'll create a timestamp of when you first deposit your work. So if you do find yourself in court, then you can show, Exhibit A, I had registered this with the Writers Guild, and you can see I sent them a copy on such and such date. I described the work, whatever. So that helps there. And then I do want to give some clarity that copyright is different than trademark.
Right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you want to talk about that.
And artists, this is really mainly for the artists. Please copyright your music. Yeah. It is so important. It doesn't really cost that much money. I think I can't remember. I have to go back in my book and look. It's either $35 or $65. It's not that much. You can copyright one song or you can copyright an album if need be. Mm-hmm. But I just have been learning that copyrighting your music and protecting it is so important. Like I've stopped putting out music before it's copyrighted. Now it has to be copyrighted before I can put it out.
It helps to deter those that steal, right?
Yeah.
Or those that won't give you your credit, or people who sample and again don't clear it. So it adds to the deterrence. And with copyright, federal copyright, the difference being, if you sue, there's certain statutory things that you can get, like statutory attorney fees. They can better figure out your damages. Like how you were harmed as a result of each song that was sold, each download, each physical CD, or just whatever it might be, right? So, but it's a good deterrent to actually have your work copyrighted, and it puts the world on notice that you are the author and you control the copyrighted rights of the work.
So as an artist, and I kind of know, but for some of the people that don't know, if you're an artist and you get into that room with these record label companies or whatever, how important do you believe it is to have an attorney in your corner when you're in that room ready to sign that contract?
So I always tell people, when you're first presented with a contract, one, don't sign immediately. Or if you're in business talks, whether in person, virtually, or whatever, with creatives, with the business side of labels, management, whoever it might be, you don't go there with the intentions of signing something right that day. And you don't even go there with the intentions of absolutely agreeing to anything that is meant to be reduced to writing later. You should be there for conversation, right? To see if this is a good match, to see what their plans are. I mean, you're the artist, right? What's your plan for me? What's your plan to build me up as an artist, to develop me? What's your plan for a recording budget for me? What's your plan for a marketing budget for me? What's your plan for how you see creatively who's on my team, what producers I work with, what background artists, what songwriters, whatever that is. So I think you have those general discussions to see what your project might look like ultimately. And I know the music business has certainly changed. Not everybody's physically meeting in rooms these days. And a lot of artists are independent. A lot of artists only have distribution deals. A lot of artists are self-distributing. It's any gambit.
Co-publishing, all of that. Yep.
Co-publishing. Yep. Any gambit of things could happen. But I do think if you do not, even if you have your lawyer in the room for these initial discussions, it should just be that. You have these discussions, you leave room to follow up for clarity, right? And ultimately, if they're offering you a contract, let them offer you a contract. Let them disclose everything that they're willing to pay, provide, or whatever for you in writing. And then you and your lawyer go through that contract, and you guys can counter offer or tweak the language to get it to where it's most favorable to you, or at least fair to you. Because again, everybody's gonna have to make some type of concession. And it's nobody wins 100% in any kind of deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but it's always a give and take. So that's what my advice would be. Don't go in a room and sign, or if somebody presents you with a contract and they say, well, we need to have this back by the end of the day, or we need to have this back by tomorrow. You say, well, I appreciate you sending me the contract, but I'm going to send it to my legal team, and they'll get back to you.
That makes sense. So I never thought about not signing the same day. Taking that and kind of like, because as an artist, when a label hits you up, you do have the leverage because they're looking for you because they found you. Mm-hmm. So I never thought about not signing the same day. Of course, I thought about having an attorney in my corner, or
sure.
anything like that. But no, that definitely gives me some good insight on, to ask those questions, that, because I really don't believe that labels are technically shady. I do believe that there are some things in the contract that people don't really look into or read over and things of that nature. So I do like the fact that you were talking about ask those questions about what really your contract is going to look like and what your career is going to look like, further down the line before you sign on that dotted line.
Yeah, no, and there are some shady labels out there. They're usually independent labels.
That's true.
They're usually small labels. You'll see some conflicts of interest in there, inherent conflicts of interest in some of these small labels, in my opinion, where they want to be your label and your manager at the same time and double dipping. Some of that happens. These 360 deals, there's so many things to consider. But if this is your first time being approached, again, that should be about discussion. If we are now at the contract stage with or without a lawyer and they're asking you to sign that day, if your lawyer hasn't seen it or you need to hire a lawyer or whatever, you need to let them know that. It won't be today, but I promise you I'll get it back in a timely fashion. Okay. If your lawyer's had it a while and we've gone back and forth and they're waiting on the artist to sign because we've reached an agreement, now we just need to execute, right, then certainly a timeline being imposed makes sense because they need to wrap up just like we need to wrap up right on our side so that everybody can move forward and conduct business. But, somebody that, you met today and you met them at 8 o'clock in the morning, at 5 o'clock at night, they're like, here's a contract, sign it before tomorrow morning. Like, wait a minute, this is, take me slow, because you could assume that either something's not in there or something's in there more to their favor and rushing you to make you feel like this is your only opportunity, and you about to blow it and, hey, I could take this and go to somebody else, there's other artists out there. Well, yeah, that's true. And there's more independent labels out there. That's I can start my own. Or there's other more trustworthy, or, hey, this reeks of fishiness. You just got to figure that out. And that, again, goes back to discernment, when you're dealing with others. But, and I'm with you. I don't want to paint a blanket idea that you got to have a side eye with everybody. But you got to have a side eye with everybody. You really do. You really do. I mean, you just have to because, if it's not somebody you normally conduct business with.
Right. So I ask all my guests this because I like to see their point of view. When it comes to networking, in your point of view, how important is that? I know you touched on it, but.
Yeah. There's just no way of getting around it. Networking is essential. Nobody's a one-man show, truly, right? We're not a one-person island, truly. Can't do it alone. And I think networking is two things. It's building your core team, right? And that's about relationships and synergy. And then networking with outhouse, so to speak, resources, and they don't always come in, the C-suites. You're not going to always have access to these high-level executives or always have access to decision makers. I think the networking just really starts at the basis, at the base, which is your grassroots networking, your peers. They tell you if you're sitting in a room, look to your left, look to your right, somebody's not coming back, right? Yeah. They tell you that like in law school, whatever. But also when you go to conferences, mixers, whatever the event is, meet everybody around you. Don't just hang with the people that you came with. Yeah. Right? I just came from a dinner last week called 0+1. And I thought the name was catchy. And when I found out what it meant, it was most people go to an event and they have a +1 invite, right? So you go and you have your spouse, your girlfriend, your best friend, whoever, your assistant. But then, depending on who you are and the event you're at, you may only converse with the person you came with and never work the room. Yeah. So it's so important to work the room and get to know everybody in the room because you just never know what's a good match. Mm-hmm. Or you never know, oh my God, I've been trying to meet so-and-so and here it is, you work for them. Yeah. Can I pass you my music or just whatever? But it's super, super important to network. And there's that old saying about your networking is, your net worth is equal to your network. Mm-hmm. And there's some truth to that. There's certainly some truth to that.
Yeah. So. Okay. So I know we kind of short on time, but I just got one more question for you. This kind of ties into like a lot of the community work that you do. I know you're absolutely charitable when it comes to Impact, Tava, Is that something that you plan to do more often in the future, or just like to continue doing?
Do I continue to ask me that question again?
I'm sorry. So do you when it comes to like Tava and Impact and things of that nature, you're very charitable and giving back to the community.
Yeah.
So is that something that you continue to keep doing? You're gonna keep doing?
Well, I'm certainly going to continue to. I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And, at the core, we're about giving back to the community and improving the lives of others, right? So our mission in life is through volunteer work, through coming together as a unified force, we figure out how to elevate our community. So at my core, I always did volunteer work, and I always did help others. So I don't think I'll ever stop doing that.
Okay.
Even as a lawyer for profit, right, I discount my rates, and I oftentimes give away free advice. So it's just in my DNA.
Right.
But through specific organizations like Impact and Tava Cares, absolutely will continue to do the charitable work that makes sense for the community, because I just want to make sure I get in heaven. That's what this conversation is really about.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I like that because I know that it wasn't last year, it was the year before, I think it was 2020, we did that turkey drive for the school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like it's a lot of stuff that I've been around that you've done and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She always gets me in as a DJ because I'm the best one.
Come on now,
and stuff like that.
It's a no-brainer.
But I really appreciate you coming through, spitting all this knowledge to us, letting us know. Where can everybody find you on social media or even your book?
Yeah. So my book is on Amazon. You can get a Kindle copy or a softback copy. And again, it's the business of stage, screen, and in between. I have 4 ebooks coming out. They'll be on my website, available when I'm in the process of relaunching my website. So I've been rebranding it. Excited about that. But those ebooks are about becoming a phenomenal lawyer, becoming a phenomenal woman, how to identify your brand and protect it. And then I have the 4th book, which is how to find funding for your projects, whether you're trying to shoot a movie or produce a concert or whatever. How do I find money? And that includes some of the stuff with sponsorships and marketing stuff. So those are some ebooks. You can, my website is jaylenemac.com, but you can find me on social media at jaylenemac.com. You can find Impact, my nonprofit, at Impact, impact-arts.org. I haven't said it in a while. Impact, MPAC-arts, ARTS.org. And on social media, which is where my brain went first, social media, it's Houston Impact, Houston MPAC on all social media platforms. We have I want to just say something about our holiday film that's coming up. I think it comes out December 11th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So we did a sequel to a movie that I was a production attorney on called Hip Hop Family Christmas Wedding. The first movie is called Hip Hop Family Christmas. And so this is to be the sequel coming out. Lots of laughs and good time in the spirit of the holidays. So you guys got to check that out. It stars Redman, Carrie Hilson, Soraya, Terrence J., Bow Wow, Cassie, MC
I told
Light.
y'all, she big time.
Yeah, there's tons of people in the movie. I think I'm missing one of the big 6. Redman, if I didn't say Redman. But yeah, check that out. And usually every holiday, all the holiday films that I've been in as an actor comes out. So look for One Crazy Christmas if you guys haven't seen that.
Is that BET Her?
That's on BET.
Yeah.
It'll come out. BET, a movie I did called Christmas Bells will come out again, I'm sure. And then Hip Hop Family Christmas, both of those will come out. And they all tend to play. But please check out Friend Zone. Please check out The Great Divide. I mean, there's honestly, I do have a lot of movies that you guys
Google
can check
her.
out.
And you'll find everything. You'll
Yeah.
find like 2 or 3 pages just to her and her movies and everything that she's done.
Yeah.
I think the biggest movie, I don't know if we ever spoke about it, but Batman versus Superman.
I worked on Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, so
I did. And Better Call Saul. A lot of people know me from Better Call Saul. If you're a big fan of if you're a big fan of Better Call Saul, I'm in season 3, episode 5 and 6. Check it out.
Hey, well, I really appreciate you coming through. This is Jaylene Mack. This is my sister.
Yes.
Hey, I really get this, all the time. So I really am so grateful to have access to somebody that's able to really help me out when it comes to the industry. But, hey, don't go nowhere. I got the dessert mix coming up. Keep it locked. It's Shef Radio.
Hey, bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, man. I just want to thank my sister, entrepreneur, actress, entertainment lawyer, Jaylene Mack, for stopping through, dropping some gems on us. Hey, I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank her for coming through and really, sitting here, laying some knowledge down on everybody, laying some knowledge down on me. Man, I don't ever take for granted having somebody like that in my corner because, bro, it's a win. It's a win all day for me, for sure. But we about to get into it. You already know what it is. It's the dessert mix. Let's go. It's Shef Radio.
What's on your mind? Cause you been acting different lately, girl. What's on your mind? Hey. I'm tired of arguing. I need to know what's on your mind. Yeah. What's on your mind? Wait. Why you tripping on the hoe I ain't seen before? Let's be real, I just want you and I need you more.
The Shef Radio, you about to slow it down. Let's go.
Time that I speak.
Yeah.
Bitching about some shit from last week. Why you wanna go through my phone? Why you wanna go through my phone? Sorry if I let you on. Sorry if I let you on. I know you tired of sorry. Pick up the phone and call me. I hate it when you ignore me. Baby, let me finish my story. What's on your mind? Cause you been acting different lately, girl. What's on your mind? Hey. I'm tired of arguing. I need to know.
Temperatures rising, and I'm fantasizing about giving it to you.
Yeah.
Something, like something I wanna do. Shit. We got all night, girl, we can take it slowly. Look back at it and shake it for me. Slowly I can make you feel the way you feel. Trying to make you feel it for real. Temperature rising, making love slow. Making it slowly, your body's calling me. Rubbing on me so slow. Got my if I said I didn't want it, I could tell by your eyes that you focus. Yeah. Come and hop on this pony. Can I dive in your ocean?
Yeah. Say what?
Can I take a dive in your ocean? Yeah. Can I take a dive in your ocean? I swear I'm drowning, yeah, I'm drowning, babe. You fuck me good and I mean good till I'm lazy, babe. Never had no pussy like yours, it got me crazy, babe. It got me crazy, babe. Yeah.
I'm in your ocean, it got me flowing, it got you talking shit. It got me slapping on that ass like I'm owning it. And when I'm gone, you call my phone and say I'm wrong for this. That pussy good, they might catch on to this.
I'm in my zone for this, might write a song for this. Used to drinking Hennessy, but I need Patron for this.
Yeah, I gotta be strong for this. My name, she moaning it, yeah. And if you feel it like I'm feeling, just admit it, baby, yeah.
I'm lying if I said I didn't want it. I could tell by your eyes that you focus. Yeah, come and hop on this
I'm in my bag, I roll up a sack and pull up beside of her. Follow the passion, she hit the gas and put out the fire, no. The shit in the past, she moving right past it, gotta admire her, yeah. Gotta admire her.
What?
Gotta admire her.
Yeah.
Now with the egg, I pull out my cash, from niggas will find out.
Let's go.
Double my bag and doubling back, I gotta go find her. The shit in the past, she moving right past it, gotta admire her.
Yeah.
Gotta admire her.
Yeah.
Gotta admire her. I got some miles in. I take you back to the bar. We swerving the piles and rumors and lies again. AMG GT Pirelli on low, but they 4G. You know that my tires thin. I got a double. Your friends got no photos. I call them a Uber to pile in. Hey, we gotta go. She not no regular thotty. She got original body. Baby girl know that she godly, yeah. Gotta admire her. I see the Cartier Bonnie. I see the life of the party. I keep her rocked up in Cartier. Gotta admire her.
She cashing out on AP, oh, you gotta admire her. You can't get that pussy for free, oh, God, she told. I sent her a wire for your tire, but she can't wait to pull up. We thought to be tired, you know I'm tired. It's like your sheets in the splash. I wanna fuck on your friend, high, she know that she already know. Let's have a threesome made a pin, high, trust me, nobody will know. I step in one of my lens, high, no telling what next I'ma go. I see what y'all all in my hand, high, the battery needs some more bolts. I caught a bitch up on the ladies that had a body.
Chemistry was crazy from the get-go. Neither one of us knew why. We didn't build nothing overnight, cause a love like this takes some time. People swore it off as a phase, said we can't see that. Now from top to bottom, they see that we did that. Yeah, it's so true that we've been through it. Yeah, we got rich. Yeah, see, baby, we've been too strong for too long.
And I can't be without you, baby.
And I'll be waiting up until you get home.
Cause I can't sleep without you, baby.
Let's go.
Anybody who's ever loved you know just what I feel.
Yeah.
Too hard to fake it.
Fake it.
Nothing can replace it.
Nah.
Call the radio
if you just can't
be without you,
baby.
Yeah. I got a question for ya.
See, I already know the answer.
But still, I wanna ask you, will you lie?
No.
Make me cry?
No.
Do something behind my back and then try to cover it up? Well, neither would I, baby. My love is only up and up.
Yes.
I'll be faithful.
Yes.
I'm for real.
Yes.
And with us, you'll always know the deal. We've been too strong for too long.
And I can't be without you, baby.
And I'll be waiting up until you get home.
Cause I can't sleep without you, baby.
If
Anybody who's ever loved you know just what I feel. Too hard to fake it. Nothing can replace it.
call the radio
If you just can't be without you, baby.
Pray for my demons, girl, I got you. Every time I sip on codeine, I get vulnerable. Annoying the sounds of the storm when it comes. She understand I can't take her everywhere a nigga going. I've been in the field like the children of the corn. I can hear your tears when they drop over the phone. Get mad at yourself cause you can't leave me alone. Gossip, being messy, it ain't what we doing. Traveling around the world, over the phone driving tears. I get more vulnerable when I'm good. When you drunk, you tell me exactly how you feel. When I'm loaded, I keep it real. Need to tell a real one exactly what it is. Don't say it cause you know that's why I wanna hear.
Hey, whoa, hey. I can't lie, I wanted you the first time that I saw you. Try to diss me till you realize I'm someone you could talk to. You been hurt over and over, tell me, what has it taught you? Soon as you fell for me though, I had caught you, didn't I? Dead your exes, don't let them haunt you. You know if they want what's best for them, then they still want you. I know, I know.
Boy, I love you on your worst day. Still see you how I saw you on the first day. Even though there's times that we ain't seeing eye to eye. Can't imagine spending holidays or birthdays without you. And the moment I leave, I miss being around you. And I know you mean well, I never ever doubt you. Though we've been through some hell, but I still care about you. Still crazy about you. And I know that they hoping and praying on a downfall, praying on a downfall. They're ready to see you walk away.
she went call away. She like to shake that like baby tape. I hope she back it up this way. Like it more when she set it up, she might be a little gangster.
Let's go.
Told her she might be a little tainted. Got a pad where memorized, she checking all my statements. I hope she back it up this way. I hope she backing up, I want her to stay.
Yeah.
Drinks for my bitch when she pull up. That's all she needs, slow sips and roll the wood up. That's my little babe, call me, I got the
hook up.
That's my little babe, call me, I got the
hook up.
Know what time it is when you show up, hair tied. She a freak with me, but a lady in a book club. That's my little babe, call me, I got the hook up. That's my little babe, call me, I got the hook up. We back on that bullshit. Cause she always got that good shit. She got ass for days, don't touch it. She got attitude, don't push it. Cause she back on that bullshit. Yeah, she always got that good shit. She got ass for days, don't touch it. She got attitude, don't push it. Me and her connected, one call away. Promise I won't judge if we on the first date. I don't own no pussy, so do with it what you wish. She don't own me, I just don't want no other bitch. I wanna see you with your hair tied. I want my fingertip to trace out your tan line. So back it up, I blow the whistle like it's halftime. Cause it's a match, it must be our zodiac.
Valentine's Day, the worst day, got too many to please. I popped to have a pink pill and put my mind at ease. I bought you all these gifts, tearing your heart all in pieces. Try to pass out new whips, yeah, but all this one is me. Got a Glock under a pillow, she blunt for my game. Not trying to lie to you, I don't wanna explain. Took off on a store run and jumped on a plane. Every single birthday, another private location. Valentine's Day, the worst day, got too many to please. Spent over 100 G's and she still wasn't pleased. I done gave her 100 G's, all she want is me. It's a treat when we meet up, whenever we meet. She want me to be there on February 14th.
Caught up the paddock. I ain't love her, I just stepped up her status. Got her cooking in the crib without no panties. I just jumped off the leer like a savage. I done turned another one up, no careless. I can't have love for these who's crabbing. Saint Laurent, my attire made it a habit. I got more than one, I done made it a habit. And I wanna know if you gon' be there when I need you.
You with a gangster this time. Less than 50 in her Birkin, then she ain't one of mine. Added brightness to your glow, they see the difference in your shine. Codependent, long as you got me, you never in the bind. They go about you primate. A drinker, not a smoker, but for me, you hit that pound cake. They say I started someone, I had gave you the lamb. And others, they can't see cause everything ain't for the gram. I put it down, don't know who need to hear this, another could never. Spoiling her too easy, make it harder for the next one. I'd rather put her.
Sexy motherfucker, you the baddest one. Gave you all my love, that shit been that enough.
Let's go.
We should get away somewhere and run it up.
Run it up.
I'm tryna fall in love. Need you to bring all of your friends and let's fuck it up. I know you ain't been touched enough. I know you ain't the only one, no. Need you to bring all of your friends and let's fuck it up. I know you ain't been touched enough. I know you ain't the only one.
See you with your friends, you got her. Brand new bitch, you got her. Nigga blowing up your phone, you ain't thinking about her. She just wanna turn up with her girls, get the stress off. And I just wanna take her to the room, get that dress off. Even though I'm in a good mood, I fuck you like I'm
pissed off.
Don't give me no attitude, you gon' make my dick soft. Her she wanna fuck me cause I'm lit now. Her she wanna fuck me cause I'm rich now.
Yes, sir.
Nigga at the club, I got her pinned down. Second till I shoot it, come so fast, I made her get down. She got no ass and no titties, she a 10 now. She got no ass and no titties, she a 10 now. Sexy motherfucker.
Sexy motherfucker, you the baddest one. Gave you all my love, that shit been that loud. We should get away somewhere and run it up. I'm tryna fall in love.
She got no ass and no titties, she a 10 now. She got no ass and no titties, she a 10 now. Sexy motherfucker.
You know I got your back, baby. We ain't gotta talk about it. Your booty sticking out. They gotta walk around and take my queen to King of Diamonds. DJ, I'm switching climbing. It ain't no seat assignment. Goes up like a on the island. I'll bring your friends.
Everybody get your motherfucking roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year, life goes on. Haven't let the thing loose, girl, in so long. You been inside, know you like to lay low. I've been peeping what you bringing to the table. Working hard, girl, everything paid no cable. With your phone out, gotta hit them angles. With your phone out, snapping like you Fable. And you showing off, but it's alright. And you showing off, but it's alright. It's a short life, yeah. That's a real one in your reflection. Without a follow, without a mention. You really piping up on these niggas. You gotta be nice for what to these niggas? I understand. You got 100 bands, you got a baby bands, you got some bad friends. High school pics, you was even bad then. You ain't stressing off no lover in the past tense. You already had them. Working in a year, finish round 5. Post talk down, you don't see them outside. Yeah, they don't really be the same offline. You know dog days. Times, doing overtime for the last month. Saturday, call the girls, get them gassed up. Gotta hit the club, gotta make that ass jump. Gotta hit the club like you hit them motherfucking angles. Hit them angles, 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 angles,
See the way you show now, girl, I can't tame you. I can't blame you, yeah. You know the way to pose, you know your angle. I can't tame you, I can't tame you, I can't change you.
Internationally known on this microphone. Holyfield, Ross Crab, we at Tyson's though. Lonely nights, I'm alright, I can vibe alone. So don't be tired, I'm quiet, no inquiring though. I know your angles, way back then bitches show your bracelet. Cartier stacking for days, look like Thanos. You saying the universe ain't grateful. I put infinity stones on all your fingers. Generous when I got feelings for who I got. Feelings for when I'm not feeling you, girl, I'm not dealing with other feelings. I feel that you fear a lot. Cause I be in my feelings, I'm giving you what I've got. Maybe I'm on your page, maybe I got your heart. Maybe I can't love you cause I don't know where to stop. And chasing your potential ain't enough. I guess I am what I am, but you are who you was.
Let's go!
See the way you show now, girl, I can't tame you. I can't blame you.
Nah.
You know the way to pose. You know your angle.
Let's vibe, let's vibe.
I can't tame you. I can't tame you.
Look,
I can't
change
you.
Okay, this energy's giving me sex symbol. Pose for me, girl, I think I'm the best with you. Pose for me more, I think you the best for me. Now post when I'm done and credit your ex nigga. Hey, you petty, you flex different. You know I be the plug, the one to connect with you. Now go up in these stores and tell them who mess with you. You know I take you home, but now you address different.
Let's vibe.
I ain't tricking, we clicking, now I ain't tripping. You sipping, reposado, consider what I say my sentences. I be with hood, Christian them, or the slime. It's Sean for Lauren, I been popping back when Papa came out. I be like, shawty, put that shit on and take a pic. I bet you catch a body. 650, I pull up, they gon' 180 to us. They gon' be hating on us, but you be straight, then I be straight, and ain't no angle to it. Let's do it. Hey, press.
See the way you show now, girl, I can't tame it.
Nah.
I can't blame you, yeah.
No lies.
Way to pose, you know your angle. I can't tame you.
I can't
tame you. I can't change you.
Let's go. Yes, sir. Y'all been all that. I've been DJ Preem. I'm about to get out of here. Hey, I love doing this shit, man. I'm going to leave y'all with this one. It's the big stepper himself, Kendrick Lamar, Summer Walker, Purple Hearts. You already know what it is. It's Shef Radio.
Tip be torn and I'm mud walking. Rolling sevens, I ain't ready for no coffee. I know y'all love it when the drugs talking, but shut the fuck up when you hear love talking. Shut the fuck up when you hear love talking. If God be the source, then I am the plug talking. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. This my undisputed truth. My life is like forbidden fruit. My bitch know better than I do. A woman's worth. I barely went to church. I'd rather fast with you than fuck it up. Fucking with skirts, cause I'm rational. A nigga still go be a nigga. Emoji heart, my family pictures. Two-stepping away from rappers. I don't trust their true intentions. I'm not in the music business. I've been in the human business. Whole life been social distant. Hoes like when you not tripping. I ducked the party. Who said they saw me? Crown on by Molly. Wrist on your body. They go judge your life for a couple likes on a double tap. Them hoes is sorry. They all get bodied. I'm blessed that you have an open heart. I'm blessed that you forgive. I'm blessed that you can learn from a loss. I'm blessed that you heal. I'm blessed one day that you attract somebody with your mind exact. A patient life. Flaws bless them twice, and they'll bless you back. It be torn and I'm hard walking. Rolling sevens, I ain't ready for no coffee. I know y'all love it when the drugs talking, but shut the fuck up when you hear love talking. Shut the fuck up when you